One day, Rosie was working at the quarry. It was very snowy and cold, but Rosie didn't mind. She was working with James, who decided to take a rest from the cold weather. There was a new crane introduced at the quarry called Reckless. However, he wasn't really good at taking loads and often made the engines very late back on his old railway, which is the reason Sir Topham Hatt bought him. He liked spinning his crane. After he put in the loads of Rosie's mail car, James spoke up. Well, Rosie, I hope you be careful because that reckless crane can be a pain sometimes. Rosie just sniffed and she chuffed away. However, when Rosie got to the yard, oof, she bumped into the mail cars. Ah ha ha, they laughed. Stinky old Rosie, she can't get a hosey. Rosie was very cross, but the yard manager was even more annoyed. You have been late with taking these. You must take these to the quarry immediately, please, Rosie. You're gonna be late. Ugh, groaned Rosie. And Rosie took the freight cars to the quarry. Later, when Rosie took the mail cars with mail to the quarry, Reckless decided to think that she was one of the loads. Gotta keep loading, he said in his old voice. However, he wasn't concentrating. However, Rosie could feel that Reckless thought she was one of the baggage freight cars. There we go, he said to himself. Stop, cried Rosie. I'm not a baggage car. Rosie's coal nearly fell out of her bunker. Most of it did, thankfully, but Rosie was swaying side to side. Whoa, groaned Rosie. This is not a fun experience. Whoa! Then the station in the quarry collapsed. James was surprised. Oh no, I better get Rusty, James said, and he chuffed quickly away. Later, Rusty arrived with Sir Topham Hatt on board the brake van, and James got Kevin to help out Rosie. First, Kevin unloaded the unhurt station at the quarry. James felt confused, though. Why would there be a station at the quarry? He said to himself. Aren't there already enough stations? We got Knapford and Maythwaite. What's next? Tidmouth Station? After Kevin put the quarry station back, he went to go help Rosie and Reckless. Rosie was lucky to be back on the tracks, but she still wasn't happy about being lifted and loaded. I'm not a mail baggage, she snapped to Reckless. Sorry, said Reckless. I just felt very, very bored. Being bored isn't an excuse, said Rusty. Exactly, said a familiar voice. He was very cross. Reckless! You have been reckless! No pun intended, by the way. Reckless felt very embarrassed as Sir Topham Hatt told him off severely. Not only were you very reckless on your old railway, but on my railway, you do not lift engines and then try to throw them in the air acting like they're loads. I'm sorry, sir, groaned Reckless. You think I'll be able to still work here? Not a chance, said Sir Topham Hatt. Your reckless behavior has been unacceptable. You'll be working in the yard from now on. Oh, bother, groaned Reckless. And Sir Topham Hatt drove away. Luckily, it wasn't until later on that Reckless was back in the quarry station. Ooh, said Reckless. Good thing I'm back, he said, and as he spun his crane in joy. I hope you learned that I'm not a freight car, said Rosie crossly. Yes, I'm sorry, said Reckless. Can we become friends, please? Rosie thought. Okay, said Rosie, but only if you will not be reckless. Reckless, as she winked. Pun intended. Reckless just had to laugh.